And Anita worked in the evening as a hat check person. I very seldom worked that night, unless I did a double. Yeah, and then we would get you babysitters before you went to school. We would get you babysitters. Yeah, because we were both, when we was both at work at the same time.
My grandma didn't keep me?
Your grandmama kept you. Yeah, she used to cook, she used to bring food. We lived right down the street. My sisters used to come and see us. Kim was allowed, Kim, Pam, and Marilyn was allowed to come see us.
Did y'all bicker as much as back then as y'all do today?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's always been a thing?
Yeah, Nita didn't bicker because, see, Nita had such a mean spirit.
Oh, God.
Even with, but my mother said no fighting among sisters.
So Nita, she didn't argue, she just fought.
She just fought.
Her and Marilyn, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Her and Marilyn. Because I used to protect Kim because she was the baby. So I used to protect Kim away from Anita.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm thinking you talk about outside bullies. You talk about my grandma.
I'll talk about your grandma.
She was so sweet to me. I don't know what was wrong with y'all.
But she was a fighter. She
was
a fighter.
Oh, yeah. She used to bite. She was a biter. When I was introduced to your mom, to your grandma, she would bite.
As a baby, you talk about?
As a baby.
Okay.
When Mama brought her home. I think the biting started when she was about a year. And then I noticed that she would bite me and she would leave marks. But I wouldn't tell Mother, your great-grandmother, I wouldn't tell, or Nita. But she used to take me and bathe me and say, no, you didn't, those are bite marks. And I know exactly who's doing it. Yeah. Bite marks, And she wouldn't try to hurt me. It's just that I always been light-skinned, and you could see, because she would bite hard enough, not hard, but she would bite enough that you would see the imprint
of the teeth. Yeah.
Of the teeth. And my mother said, no, that would never happen. Fighter. Yeah.
But see, maybe she got better when she got older, because...
Oh, yeah, she stopped. My mother whooped it out of her. I never told her.
You know, so as far as fighting, but she fought all through high school.
Oh, yeah, but then when Nathaniel, I was beat up in school and my lunch money was being taken.
By who?
At the kids at the school. They would call me names, tease me.
You was a pretty little girl. I don't know why they would tease you. I saw pictures of you. You was so pretty.
Thank you. I never felt that way, but thank you. Yeah, they would, and then Nathaniel, I thought, I had a lot of secrets, because I know how mean Nita was. I had a lot of secrets I would never tell. And then when Nathaniel, my daddy went down to Alabama to get Nathaniel. And then for some reason, I thought that I could talk to him.
Who was Nathaniel?
My first cousin.
Yeah, I don't think you've ever met him.
That's Double D's, my mother's, your great grandmother's brother's child.
Okay.
And he used to tell me, even though we would go down south every year, we were made to go when we were children. When we went down there to get him, I wanted to share something with somebody that I could trust, that I thought I could trust. And I kind of got sad. We went to this place where there was discrimination in Alabama. And so we went to this place where they called the Black People's swimming pool. And me and him, he took me there. Because my daddy was getting ready to take him back to Akron. And he said, I started to cry, and I don't know what me and him was talking about, but I started to cry. And he said, what's wrong with you? What's wrong? And he said, you've been molested or something? I said, no. I said, but what I tell you can't go no farther. I said, because my sister, Anita, would have a fit. And my parents, I said, don't say anything. And so he promised me that he wouldn't. But I didn't know why he insisted on going to the school I was at.
But like, what secret did you tell him?
I told him that the girls would jump on me and that the girls would take my lunch money.
Oh, so you told him about the bullies?
Yeah, I told him about the bullies.
Okay.
And I told him, when you get to the house, don't say nothing about that. Don't say nothing, because that would be a problem.
So you just wouldn't eat lunch because you didn't have no money?
I wouldn't eat because I didn't have no money.
Oh, hell no.
They would come to the class and beat me up and take my lunch.
Oh, my God.
In front of the teacher?
No, not in front of the teacher. When I had to leave the classroom.
Mm.
So what happened?
So what happened was, I told Nathaniel what I was crying about, because it was something that I wanted to share, but I knew not to say nothing at the
I don't know
house.
why you wouldn't tell your sister so they could beat the hell out of them.
Because that's what I know they would do.
Right, but they deserved it.
You protecting
Yeah,
the bullies.
But you protecting the people that are hurting you.
Yeah, your mother didn't understand that. And I'm going to
Okay.
tell you, Nathaniel kept a secret for 3 days.
Okay.
We were back at the house.
Mm.
Daddy said he had to live down in the basement
Okay.
because, upstairs was open.
Mm-hmm.
And so I remember one day I came home from school and I wanted to go right upstairs because I knew that they had put marks on me and I didn't want my mother to see that. And so I went right upstairs
Oh, I wish I was in school
after
with you.
class, and
Mm-hmm.
Nathaniel, I noticed that he left school early. And I couldn't figure out why he left school and why he was at school before I got picked up. Because we weren't allowed to catch, I wasn't allowed to catch the bus. And so when I got out the car, him and my Nita and Mama was home.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking to them.
Mm.
And they kept looking at me. And Daddy said, when you come upstairs, come downstairs. I said, okay. And so when I went upstairs, I came downstairs, and Nathaniel said, first thing he said, I'm sorry. And I said, for what? And then Nita started talking, and it was all over.
What she do?
What she say?
She said, tomorrow is going to be a problem. It really is. And I know she never said, she gets so angry that she don't never say anything. And so they let Nathaniel make the announcements, because we had announcements and different students that acted good, they would reward them for making the announcements.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And so at the end of the announcement, he said, my name is Nathaniel Harper. He said, I got one more thing to say. And he said, Valerie, me and your sister will be seeing you after the bell rings. And I said, what? And I started getting scared. I said, oh my God.
He said that on the intercom?
Yeah. He said, no more, this is it. We're going to be like the police.
Escorts.
He said, after the bell rings. He said, Valerie, you know what I mean. And girl, I was horrified. The same girls came by to get me, to beat me up again. And he wait just a second. Hey, Linda. Yeah, how you doing? Fine. My niece, the niece is here. My niece is, I'll call you right back.
Merry Christmas, Linda.
Yeah, they said Merry, hold on.
Hey,
Merry
Linda.
Christmas, Linda.
Yeah, so I'll call you right back, okay? Yeah, Merry Christmas to you. Okay. Okay.
So when the bell rang.
After the bell rang, I didn't even want to get up.
Oh my God.
Them girls came by the scene, they sang them by the door. They said, come on out. And Nita had her fist balled up. She said, yeah, when she come out, Nathaniel is going to witness me beating both of your asses. They were screaming. Could not believe it. complete.
So she did whoop on him.
Oh yeah.
She fought him?
Yeah, she told me not to come out the classroom. And I heard him screaming. I said, "Oh my God!" I did come out after I thought it was getting to be too much, and said, "Anita, stop! Don't do that! Don't do that!" I said, "Because you're going too far." Because Anita flipped out. Anita flipped out.
I guess that's where I get my temper from.
Ooh,
Yeah.
The principal had to come. Anita wouldn't stop. I begged her to stop beating him.
She went from one to the other.
From one to the other.
She beat both of them.
Down to the ground.
And what was Nathaniel doing?
He was just looking.
Oh, okay.
Because he was a boy.
Yeah, he
wanna...
was just looking.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, every day we're going to be walking the halls. Every day. And yes, you are going to class. And yes, you are going to eat.
And after that, you ain't had no problems.
No.
So you should have done it sooner.
Yeah.
My mother.
Don't protect the bullies now.
Oh, well.
I think that's where I get my
it was just so
from.
frightening. And then there was this lady that I moved in this apartment building. I was grown then. And she said she was going to kill me. There was one night, Marilyn had her stuff in my apartment. Me and Marilyn, I let Marilyn move in with me.
Mm-hmm.
And then she went down south because she was married to Arthur. And then this girl's mother kept threatening me. And that was another time I was terrified.
And what happened?
Her name is Sally Bowles. She ran around with a shotgun. And your mother, we were in the middle of Main Street. I never forget, we were on the bus. And Anita said, "Is that her, Valerie? Is that her?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "But Anita, you can't do that. She has a gun." Girl, Anita flipped. That man said, "Are you going to wait until the bus stop?" I had to call Daddy. I certainly did.
So what happened?
I called Daddy and I told Daddy, I said, "Daddy," he said, "What is it, Val?" I said, "You're going to have to get into your Sunday car." He had his 98. I said, "Because Anita, that woman is down there shooting at Anita."
Was she shooting at her?
No, but she carried a gun.
So you told Daddy that she was getting shot at?
Yeah, that it's a possibility.
Okay.
Because she carried a gun. She was terrified.
So what happened? Did my mother
So your mother told her, she said, "You know what? The next time you say something to my sister, I'm going to voodoo your ass." Right now, she said, "Say one thing so I can whoop your ass on Main Street." I was way up the street. Daddy came down the wrong street to Main Street to pick me up. Because I was at this payphone in the middle of Lawson's. Lawson's, they used to have a payphone where the people at that Mayflower would use. And I was on that payphone. And Daddy came. Daddy had to come to get Nita off of her.
Well.
And she bragged to Marilyn. She said, "Oh, I got a lady that runs for me. And every time she see me, she run." And Marilyn was cooking hot grits. And Marilyn said, "You know what? Well, you laughing and joking. That Valerie is my sister, bitch. And guess what? You just fucked up. You really have fucked up."
Oh, so the neighbor's mom is the one who was talking to Marilyn.
No, the neighbor's mom was friends with that woman. And she was downstairs. The police said she was capable of doing something to me, though.
Right, but who was Marilyn talking to when she had the hot grits?
That woman was downstairs visiting with the neighbor. And she was bragging about me having me running.
And Marilyn heard it.
And she was cooking grits. She was cooking breakfast. She said, "Bitch, that's my damn sister."
Right.
And you think it's a fucking joke?
Her and Marilyn,
Okay, then what happened after that? What she did with that?
And then she said she was cooking them grits.
She was playing grit ball?
No, dig it. She said she threw them hot grits on her.
She did?
Yeah. She said, "Bitch, while you bragging, that's my sister." And you think that shit is funny? And my sister said she just grabbed
her and Marilyn and my mama was
treacherous.
She grabbed the grits and threw it on the lady.
Uh-huh.
I remember one time.
And then she got burned, I'm sure.
What was that one time,
Hot
Valerie?
grits.
With Marilyn, my mother and Kim all jumped in the car, and Marilyn busted the woman's window out or something in her car window. Wasn't that over you?
Yeah, that was over me.
Marilyn jumped in the car
Yeah.
with my mother and Kim.
Kim was pregnant.
And I
Kim
was in
was
the car.
pregnant.
And Marilyn got out and went to that woman's house, her and my mama, and busted her car
Yeah,
window
windows
out.
out. Sure did.
Mm.
She sure did.
It was.
And that was over who was scaring me and threatening me is Clifford's, my husband's,
Okay.
my sister, wait a minute.
It's snowing still.
My husband's cousin. She was my husband's cousin.
Mm.
She went to my church
Mm.
and she was threatening me.
Why everybody threatening you?
I don't know. I never did. I didn't even know. She went to my church. I had never said nothing to her.
People just picked on you.
Yeah. They knew I was scared.
Mm.
That's what it was. Like Daddy said.
But they need to know you got some beast behind you.
Oh yeah, I really did. I really
She
did.
used to fight boys too.
Yeah, this boy gave me a black eye. He got dared. We would always, at South, we would always go to the natatorium where they have the stars. That was the only place we could see that. And then this dude on the way to the natatorium, this other dude said, hit her in the face, hit Valerie. And he hit me in my eye and my eye was swollen. And Nita stood in the middle of South High School street, and the man couldn't even park. The man said, God, who is that? Because I couldn't close my eyes. And that's how much it had swollen.
Mm.
And then I couldn't see nothing at the natatorium. And then I called Nita at South, and Anita stopped the bus. And flipped out.
He was on the bus.
He was on the bus, and she dragged him out the bus and convinced to whooping his ass. And I had to go to the hospital because the police came. And once again, Daddy said, Nita, stop. They called in the police. Stop hitting him. She broke his nose.
Well, good. He deserved it.
And his mama said, you are so kind. She said, why would my son do that to you like that? And I said, I don't know. I said he told his mama it was a dare.
Mm.
I said, your son never teased me or nothing. I said, he did it on a dare. And she said, but his daddy's still gonna whoop his ass.